Hey guys, welcome back to European Exotic Center. Today we're in a 2019 Lamborghini Urus. Today we're going to find out why the Urus is arguably the best, coolest daily driver you can buy. A lot to break down, so let's go ahead and go for a drive. Starting off in Strada, we're just going to see how it behaves. This has 6 drive settings, each quite different from one another. Strada's your default street setting. Everything's at its softest, quietest. Strada response not quite as tightened, but this does have quite a bit of power. So let's go ahead and put it into sport because Strada's already boring me. So sport. It's a little bit louder. Shifts are a little bit more brutal. Still not at that Corsa setting, which I'll show you in a sec. So we're working with a 4-liter twin-turbo V8. So 650 horsepower, 626 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, which is absurd for a nearly 2.5-ton vehicle. It is goofy, yeah. The top speed, 190 miles an hour. Does rev to 7,000 RPM. 8-speed automatic transmission, not a dual clutch, but shifts are incredibly quick. Yeah, turn-in is just, it doesn't feel like any other SUV. It feels class of its own.
This car has air-conditioned seats.
It does.
It's so fun. Guys, leave a comment down below if you like air-conditioned seats. Because they're hitting. They're fire. They're solid. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're solid. They're good.
Yeah, this does have something called Ego Mode, which allows you to individually change the different characteristics of the car, of the transmission, of the suspension. It kind of allows you to have a little more of a customized, personalized driving experience. I'm a simple man. I see Corsa. I select it. It gets it's such a weird feeling because it's not. You're in a Lamborghini, but you're so high up.
It doesn't make sense in my head.
So Corsa mode, of course, is your track setting. Would you track an Urus?
Yes.
Yes. I've seen videos of it, and it looks really fun. Steering, super quick. Much like the Huracan Evo, it's just very darty, very precise. Not a whole lot of feedback, I wouldn't say. Okay, let's test the brakes. Yep, they work.
She stops.
These have the largest brakes ever fitted to a production car.
The size of a pizza.
They're 17 inches in the front, 14 inches in the rear. They are carbon ceramic, 10 piston calipers in the front. It's interesting because it is a V8 twin turbo, and so it doesn't have that scream of the V10 or of course of the V12. I feel like it still sounds how it should for a V8. Like for a Lambo V8, it kind of still has that characteristic. And the burbles, which, yeah, you know, people are like, oh, they're manufactured, but I mean, they're fun. All right, they're fun. It just sounds
like, it's fun.
You know, it's like mild indigestion. This is all-wheel drive. It kind of gives you a bit of that safety net, a little bit less scary when you're getting on it. Even in Corsa, the ride's still pretty nice. It really is, as a daily, easily, obviously money aside, this is the coolest daily you can buy. Visibility, unlike pretty much every other Lambo ever made, visibility is actually not bad. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's because it still has that iconic, crazy Lambo styling. This looks exactly how we'd probably expect a Lambo SUV to look. People still look at this and go, that's a Lambo. The styling's so iconic that people know immediately what kind of car it is. No one's like, oh, is that a Lotus? Is that a McLaren? Like, they know it's a Lambo, and it's the same with this. If your heads-up display, also what I quite like is in different drive modes, the rev counter changes, become more aggressive, and it feels very nice in here. It's very spacious, I would say, very well laid out. A couple massive screens here, but I mean, they look good, they function well, everything works thanks to Audi.
The AC seats feel great.
Imagine back in the 90s telling the Italians, yeah, my Lamborghini's AC seats are great.
I think they'd have a
They'd be like,
it's so weird because I'm high up off the ground, like I'm alpha, and then I'm fast, and then I'm double alpha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is an alpha car.
Jeez. The grip is phenomenal. It is shocking. But it's like it's not though, is it really? It's Lamborghini. Like, as of recent, their cars have been just amazing on track, and the handling has just been so improved over the years with Lambos that it doesn't really shock you when you find out that their Lambo SUV still handles pretty well. It's just such a different experience from all the other cars.
Oh, wow, I'm moving. Oh, wow.
I mean, just how sick is this? Like,
That's really dope.
this is your daily. You can just eat up continents. Plenty of legroom in the back seats, I would say.
That's solid. We
Solid.
got, like, iPads
Got the sunroof, got the Alcantara. Of course, all nice materials. This one has yellow stitching inside. Oh.
That's goofy. This is a 2.5 ton car.
Oh, jeez. All right, brake check.
Yeah, there goes my phone.
Like that little Hyundai thing right there, those wheels on that, the same size as the brakes on this. And of course, the beauty of the Urus is that in stop and go traffic, it just feels like an ordinary SUV. There's really nothing indicating that this is a crazy super SUV. Apart from that, and that, all these different modes, and the ego setting, and the red cap to start the button, and the aggressive styling. Everything else is pretty tame. The Urus is Lamborghini's best-selling car of all time.
Seriously?
Yeah. They sold, as of now, I believe over 15,000 Uruses. And even during the pandemic in 2020, they had their best-selling record year. Their future is bright. Even with the twin-turbo V8 and the huge size of the whole thing, it still has that Lambo DNA. Telepathic steering. And you can just feel the seats hugging you. They're doing their job very well, but yeah, they're also not overly painful or uncomfortable. I mean, they're fine.
Mad comfy.
They look good. Try ego mode though. We're doing smooth ride. Oh yeah, it's really smooth
Oh
now.
my gosh.
A completely different animal now. Okay, so steering,
Medium.
steering and sportive. Steering already is much startier. I just like to be in Corsa.
I'm with you. It's like you own two different vehicles.
Jeez. It's crazy they can make a 2.5 ton car move like this. You know, it is worth around $300,000. I feel like $300,000 it's really not that bad. You're getting supercar performance in a true daily driver. I know I'm like, oh, Porsche 911 is a good daily, and this is like a true traditional daily. It's a great package. You're getting everything you could really ever want in a daily driver. So many options, so many different drive settings, and we haven't even gotten into like the whole off-road settings, ice, sand. It's the perfect all-in-one package.
I don't know that I've been this impressed with the car we've reviewed yet.
I mean, dude, you can do some canyon carving, you know.
Literally anything.
This is the family Lamborghini. If you have kids and you're a responsible adult, you get the Lamborghini Urus. It just has so much pull.
And the way it like kicks you when you take your foot off the throttle.
That's what I'm talking. It's so aggressive. The sheer power and the brutality of it all really helps to minimize the weight. Italian flag, couple Italian-sized cup holders. And again, just very aggressive styling inside, a lot of hexagonal patterns. That's the theme of Lambo. I do think the Urus will go down as one of the most influential cars in modern times. So it's had a pretty big impact on the car industry as a whole, even though the price that it's at is pretty unattainable for majority of human beings. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. This car is for sale here at European Exotic Center. Be sure to check out our website at europeanexoticcenter.com to view all 60 photos of the vehicle. And I will see you guys in the next one.